everyone, it's Dave again. So today I'm going to talk a little about election fraud and how silly things have gotten. It started out in Arizona with another recount by the cyber ninjas who have no experience. And during the course of this, they've damaged $6 million in voting machines. They've brought blue pens onto the floor. They've had cell phones on the floor. They've broken so many laws that no matter what happens, no one can trust the results, good or bad. The idea that they were searching for bamboo fibers, it really feels like grasping at straws really, really bad here. So what will this mean? Well, it basically means they wasted a lot of money. They would have, they hired partisan politicians to do the survey. So no matter what happens, it's not going to come out good for the people who are doing the recount. It can't possibly. But that, of course, doesn't stop elections officials in other states from thinking, hey, maybe this is a good idea here in, I don't know, Pennsylvania's talking about it. Well, now you're thinking, is this a coincidence? Because aren't those two of the important states that they need to render this election invalid? Now, you have to understand something. At this point, it doesn't matter. Trump was forced to concede, and even if they did find massive voter fraud, he's not getting back in that way. I actually have to admit that I have not done the research to know what would happen, but I suspect that it would have to be ran again. But more importantly, despite all of the evidence that there wasn't anything wrong with this election, still 30% of the United States continues to believe, as they put it, the big lie. So now in Pennsylvania, what are we going to get? Are we going to get a group of people who know what they're doing? People who've done election audits in the past? Or are we going to get a bunch of trained chimpanzees like in Arizona? I don't have a problem with a recount. I think it's ridiculous at this point. How many times can you recount it hoping to come up with not just a different result, but a different result of hundreds of thousands of people? So at this point, it's kind of stupid, and yet it's coming to Michigan. Let's have an Arizona style what? So I'm going to go out tomorrow because I own a pizza store, and I'm going to rate my pizza, and I'm going to get all my friends to rate my pizza the best. But we all know that there are other pizza places that are as good or better. You're not going to find any massive fraud. Are you just trying to cast doubt on our entire election system? Because that's all I can see is that if you believe this and you pursue it, what you're saying is that all of our elections are fake, and they have been for years. While we're being told that this last election was the most secure in history, we're also being told that it was stolen. So it can't be both. So where are we at now? We got Arizona, we got Pennsylvania, we got Michigan. Oh, let's not forget Georgia. So Georgia, that's currently filing charges against Trump for wrongful election interference in the state of Georgia when he called up and basically asked the state to find the 11,000 votes that he needed wherever they could get them. Oh, you can get those for me. So he's in trouble for that in Georgia. But yet, while he's under indictment, a bunch of Republicans are going to want to recount it yet again after it's been done. The Republicans are like, what are you talking about? Stop. So that's what I want to say. Stop all of this nonsense, okay? You are undermining democracy if you believe what you're hearing about the election being stolen. because it didn't happen and you know it. Your candidate didn't win, so you're going to take your football and go home and destroy hundreds of years of the greatest experiment in democracy ever. We're just going to throw it all away because our candidate didn't win and then afterwards lied and said that he did. And we wanted him to win, so we're going to back him on the lie. Okay? Can't go there. So enough is enough. Stop the election recount nonsense and let's get on with our lives. If it's really the truth, then you won't have any problem kicking Biden's butt in 2024. If what you're saying is the truth. Because I can't see how it won't be even more secure than the securest election in the world. Either that, or you're just hoping that with the addition of your voter suppression laws in the various states that those are going on, your legislatures can just say, well, you know what, we don't care that the Democrats got more votes, so we're not going to send those electors. We're only going to send the ones we want. So if you think that you are not harming democracy, then you don't know anything about democracy. I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.